Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Stephanie Williams. And now, would you please welcome back to the stage, Mr. Johnny Casson. I used to do that, and yeah, when she locked me out of the house, and loads of tobacco. So this couple's on the beach at Filey, and this woman shouts to her husband, "Have you seen my flip-flops?" He said, "We've all seen them, put your t-shirt back on." So this old Jewish fella driving home one night, and his car phone goes off, and he picks it up and it's his wife. She said, "Solly, where are you?" He said, "I'm on the M1 near Leeds." "Oh," she said, "I thought you might be now. You be careful. There's been a flash on the television. There's one man driving the wrong way down the motorway." He said, "How do you mean one?" He said, "There's bloody hundreds of them." Well, you seem a nice crowd here tonight. What's gone wrong in society? Why can't life be like this anymore? Do you remember a few months ago on the telly, there was a woman on the news, middle-aged, spinster, church-going woman, and she was caught on CCTV putting a cat in the wheelie bin. Do you remember that, yeah? She will fined £250. She put it in the wrong coloured bin. Because, you know, it's not like this every night. I come on stage many a night, and my audience look like they're queuing up for the Jeremy Kyle show, you know. "It's not my baby, Jeremy, no. I was having my back tattooed that morning, and the generation of brain donors, and no. I mean, I'm not a lucky person. You know, you've heard people say, "I'm glad I'm not him." I'm him, right? And I got a letter from the Reader's Digest. It said, "You have not been included in our latest draw." And I know. I went to DFS to buy a sweet, and there was no sale on. And, I went to a funeral the other week, and I caught the wreath. And, do you know, I've only been out with a tall girl once, and I had to jack it in. And yeah. I was in Sainsbury's the other day and I saw this packet of Anthony Worrell Thompson's special recipe sausages and a picture of his ugly mug on the front, right? And on the back of the sausage it said, "Prick with a fork." You know, I work a lot in Blackpool, and the council in Blackpool did a very nice gesture this year. They gave free bus passes to the homeless, but they don't know where to get off. It makes me... I come out of the theatre in Blackpool, there's a lad in the doorway, about 19-year-old, able-bodied, stocky lad, lying down, a blanket round him. As I went past, he said to me, "Any change?" I said, "No, I've still got the Mercedes in the big house." I said, He said, "You don't know what it's like to be poor." I said, "I do, that's why I go to work every pigging day." Because you don't think my bottom's hungry, it's trying to eat me underpants, hang on. Because I'll be honest with you, ladies and giblets, you know, you realise as you're getting a bit older, don't you, that money's not everything in life, but money keeps you in touch with your children. I'm a granddad now, I can't believe it. I've got this wonderful grandson, he's about that big, and he come in the other day with his pals, he said, "Hey, Grandad, tell my friends that story about when you were growing up and you had to walk all the way across the lounge to change the TV channel." I picked him up from school, he said, "I've lost my gloves, Grandad." I said, "What do they look like?" He said, "They look like my hands only made of wool." He come in the other week, he was bursting. "Hey, Grandad," I said, "What?" He said, "The teacher asked a question today and I was the only one in the class that could answer it." I said, "That's jolly good." I said, "How many kids in your class?" He said, 32, and I was the only one that could answer the question. I said, "That's very good." I said, "What was the question?" She said, "Who's farted?" Oh, I thought, that's my boy. And because we had 3 daughters, you know, and they used to infuriate me. They always left the toilet seat down. Yeah. A few years ago, our youngest daughter wanted a Barbie doll for Christmas. We went to that big shop in Leeds, We Are Toys. And Yeah, it's near that Aika. And, yeah, I think my tablet's wearing off. And, what am I doing on here? I look about for Bridlington Free Press. And so I go ahead and says, right, I'm after a Barbie doll, please. He said, any particular model of Barbie doll? I said, well, I didn't know there was a choice. He said, the range is vast these days, sir. This is your standard Barbie doll, that's like £12.50. Then you could go for a themed one. These are very popular, like Barbie on Benefits. That's a new one, eh? And then we've got the Asbo Barbie, that's a new one. And then we've got Barbie in a burqa. And, sold out in Bradford, they can't get it. And then we've got the old favourite there, that's the wedding day Barbie at £75, or the divorcee Barbie at £350. I said, £350 divorcee Barbie? He said, yeah, but you get Ken's house, Ken's car. I'll be honest with you, ladies in grow bags, I'll be very honest with you, I think my wife would divorce me, if she could find a way of doing it without making me happy. And, mind you, she's good in bed. Well, till I get in. And, you know you're getting boring in bed, don't you, when you're making love and you feel an ashtray in the middle of your back. I know. I knew she was going off me last year because I had a heart attack and she wrote for an ambulance. I bought my wife a mood ring for her birthday, and the stone on the ring changes colour depending on her mood, based on body heat and biorhythms. Right? And when she's in a good mood, it's a lovely shade of turquoise blue. And when she's in a really bad mood, it leaves a big red mark on my forehead. Right? And can I say, ladies and geriatrics, can I say at this point, I'm a bit embarrassed about this at my age, but I've started doing things to annoy her on purpose. And I have little things, like in the morning I'll wake up and that really annoys her. And the other morning, I knew she was up. I could hear her scraping the toast. Right, so I come in the kitchen and she turned them and she went, "Oi!" So what I said, "There's only one thing will save this marriage of ours." I said, "What?" She said, "The missionary position." I said, "Missionary position? What do you mean?" She said, "Well, I'll stop here and you go and live in Africa." Oh, she can be sarcastic. And I'll give you an example of her sarcasm, an IE or a EG. 6 years Catholic grammar school. And St Cuthbert's in the closet. And you see, I realise now I didn't appreciate the finer things of going to a grammar school in the 1950s. Like being spanked by a middle-aged woman, I know, things I'm paying good money for nowadays, Before she goes to bed at night, she puts this stuff on her face, oil of ugly. And anyway, she'd done that and she was whiting her moustache out with Domestos. But ladies, I was pleasant. I put my Etch-a-Sketch down like that and I said to her, Raquel, I said, "What would you really like for your birthday?" She said, "Widow's pension." But I'd never cheat with another woman because I really love my house. And she says, "We never go out together on our own like we used to. There's always a bloody gang when we go out. Never on our own." So, ladies, I thought about it. And last week I took her out for coffee and biscuits. And it's the first time she's been a blood donor. But I think... Now, she just passed the driving test, my wife. And if the road turns when she does, it's a coincidence. Right? Now, yeah, but like she said, what's the point in having bumpers if you don't use them? And, so I bought this car off my pal. She took it out, brought it back. She said, it's rubbish. It's like driving a tortoise. She said, I want something that'll take me from 0 to 150 in 6 seconds. So I bought her some bathroom scales. And, oh, I know, it's not easy. I had to go for a prostate test the other day, and I got the thumbs up, and so these two Irish fellas are on safari in Kenya, and they stop Range Rover in the jungle and get up. They're massive, lying fast asleep. And Mick runs up behind this line and kicks it in the backside like that. He said, "Come on, Paddy, run." Paddy said, "I'm not running, I didn't kick it." He said, I don't know. We had a lovely country till we surrendered to Brussels, didn't we? And our new leaders, the Fourth Reich. And I mean, I've seen the decline of clubs and pubs, you know, because of the smoking ban. And I don't smoke, by the way. Well, I smoke cigars, but I don't inhale. And I just blow the smoke in vegetarians' faces. And I was in Dublin on a cruise, and they don't half enforce that smoking ban in Dublin. Gee, there's little Irish fellas sitting on the step of the pub like that, and the cop car pulled up. Two big burly coppers got out. They said to him, "You're supposed to be 9 feet away from the door of the pub, and you're smoking." He said, "I'm drinking in that pub over there." I was walking around town today, and this woman comes and she says, "Ooh, you're putting some weight on, Johnny." I said, "I know, I've had a lot on my plate recently." I said, my pal's a professional footballer. He said, "All you want, John, is a rowing machine. The rowing machine exercises every muscle group in the body." So I get the mail order, and I sent off for the rowing machine, and it came last week. No oars with it. And I still use it. I just sit there and drift. You know. I was in my dressing room when I got here earlier. I was grouting my jacket, and what? I was thinking to myself, do you know there's a knock at the door? Why does the dog always think it's for him? I won't give it latest. What latest cricket scores I'm watching telly? India have beaten Pakistan by 5 wickets next Wednesday. Now, one of my real best pals died just after Christmas, Frank Carson, and wonderful comedian, Frank. You only had to ask him. And we were a killer. And I went out with him just before Christmas, before he got really ill, and we went to this pub in Blackpool called the Flying Handbag. And yes. And anyway, we've been in about an hour in the Flying Handbag, and the door up. This lad walked in I've never seen the like of. He was a punk, right? This side of his hair were bright, shocking pink. This side of his hair fluorescent lime green, and he had this bloody great purple Mohican like that. And I was looking at him, he turned on me and went, "What are you looking at, fatty? Have you got a problem?" I said, "Problem, no." I said, "Curiosity, yes." I said, "How old are you, lad?" He said, "I'm 21, why?" I said, "Would you believe that?" I said, 21 years ago, I said I had sex with a parrot, and I think I might be your dad. Oh, yeah, we did have some beer. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning and the waterbed had burst. and then I remembered we haven't got a waterbed. And I hope I'm not going incompetent at my age. And I just got back to sleep. Then she, my wife, starts poking me in the back with the airbrush handle, saying, "See how you like it." And yeah. So. The computer's broken on the aeroplane, all systems have gone down, there's only the tannoy working. Captain comes on, "Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem with the plane, I've got to land in the sea in about 40 minutes. I'll get you down safely, no threat to life or limb, but when I give you the command, you must assume the emergency position and put your head between your legs." I thought, if I could do that, I'd never go out of the house. Am I on my own, I think not. And I'll be back to give you final instructions. They clicked off, and this beautiful woman stood up in the plane, and she took her dress off and stood in her underwear. She said, "Come on, somebody, make me feel like a real woman." And this Yorkshire fella stood up and took his shirt off. She said, "Here, I end that." I don't want you ladies leaving here calling me a chauvinistic, but men and women, we're different, aren't we? Same world, different planet, you know, but you ladies have been good laughers in here tonight. It's been a rotten drying day, hasn't it? Oof, but anyway, why can't I? What's gone wrong in society? I mean, there's no respect for anything, and old people getting mugged. I mean, I'm pushing 40, and pushing it, I'm dragging it, and if I'd have known I was going to live this long, I'd have looked after myself, and I know, my skin don't fit me anymore, and but I'll be honest with you, I was born in the war, and my father was never at home. He was a hand grenade instructor, and he was hand grenade instructor. He used to come home and leave me, Dad. He used to take the pin out of my nappy and throw me over the settee. And, hello. But because of that, I mean, subsequently, I was brought up by my grandparents, and my grandma was one of the women who got the vote with Emily Pankhurst, you see, and yeah, she was a suffering get, one of the... She had to be strong because my granddad was dual, Ali, and poor as we say in Yorkshire, he was limp under the cap right now. My grandfather wouldn't go in the bomb shelters when they were dropping bombs. He used to sit there and say, if it's got your name on it, it'll get you. If it's got your name on it. That never bothered us, but our neighbours, Mr. and Mrs. Doodlebug, he never forgive them Germans, you know. They bombed his allotment and shelled all his peas. And, oh, yeah. He were a nice man, my granddad. He died in his sleep at a Max Bygrave's concert. And, yeah. My grandmother said he was a model husband. She said, unfortunately, he wasn't a working model, but... He only ever had one job, my granddad. He was a ringer out for a one-arm window cleaner. And my grandmother, the poor thing, she died on her 100th birthday, and we were only halfway through giving her the bumps, you know. I know. My other granddad's still alive. He's 98, and he's a commode restorer, and he collects antiques, and he stains furniture, but he doesn't realise he's doing it. But we call my granddad Spider-Man. Spider-Man. He's not athletic, but he can't get out of the bath on his own. You see, I don't know how they go when they were shopping old people. I'm on the market the day, me and the wife, or as I call her, leader of the opposition. And my wife says I'm nosy. I mean, she's not told me that, but I read it in a diary. And I said to her the other day, what's going to happen to you when I'm dead? She said, well, with a bit of luck, I'll be acquitted. And so there's these two blokes on the market with a suitcase up, they were selling electric razors, £1.50 in a box. I thought, £1.50 electric razor? I'm having one of them. Now, look at this bloody thing. Can you believe I fell for that? I know. Two little Jewish blokes from Leeds, that one. And, if there's any Jewish people, I am not anti-Semitic. And, shudder, thump and thrust. No, I mean, well, I'm not a Jew. No, I'm saving up to be one. But, very confident people, Jewish people. Confident, they cut a bit off before they know how long it's going to be. Oh, I better laugh, it's no skin off my nose, you can laugh at these, eh? No, you don't know what you're going to at all. And it's not, do you mind if I have a drink of water? I keep going dizzy. And proper dizzy, I hope I'm poorly. And I'd hate to be all right and feel like this. So, this fella's in the butcher's shop, he's just got his meat order on his way out, says this young lass behind the counter, I bet you can't guess how old I am. She said, you're about 40, 41. 41? He said, I'm 56. I eat properly, I eat good meat, and I work out 4 days a week. Got to look after yourself, love. Stood at the bus stop, this old girl came up to me and says, well, I don't know who you are, but I'm 75 years old today, and when I get back to sheltered accommodation, they're putting a party on, I'm right excited. He said, that's smashing, love, have a nice birthday. He said, I bet you can't guess how old I am. She said, well, if you let me put my hand down the front of your pants, I'll tell you to the ear. He said, go on. She took her hand down his pants. She's fumbling for 5 minutes. She pulled her hand out. She said, you're 56. He said, my God, how did you guess that? She said, I was still behind you in the butcher's. She said, so I'm in the chemist. I said, can I have some of them Viagra tablets? He said, Viagra? He said, have you got a prescription from your doctor? I said, no, but I've got a photograph of my wife. I said, this is my second wife, but my first wife died. She fell down a wishing well, and my first wife was way too young. She was Chinese, and I'll never forget the wedding night. Going into bed, she said to me, I've never done this with a man before. I said, this is where we differ. I said, now. Did you see that in the paper the other Sunday? The woman who had an affair with John Prescott, she should have gone to a Specsavers, shouldn't she? And she said, making love with John Prescott was like a double wardrobe falling on top of her, with the key left in the lock. I was in London a bit since, and I went to a gay club to lobby my MP, and I saw Tony Blair in person. Do you remember he was on a state visit to Great Britain? And he came to Yorkshire to close a new hospital. And they left that in a mess, didn't they, NHS? If you go in A&E, you have to wait for hours. I was in there all the week, and the fella next to me were being treated for musket wounds. And Tony Blair, now that's a man with bad judgment. Tony Blair's a man who once looked across a crowded room at Cherie and said, my God, she's lovely. Have you seen the gob on her? It looked like she'd been ducking for apples in a chip pan, didn't it? Anyway, live and let live. You live and you learn, and then you die and forget it all, don't you? So anyway, I'm sat on the bed the other day doing my crossword, and my wife come out at shower unit. She only had on a bra and a pants, and she stood in front of the wardrobe and she says, tell me the truth now, my neck's going into it, I'm getting that bloody turkey neck, look at that there. She says, look at me now, my boobs are sagging. She said, I've got a pot belly and my legs aren't what they used to be. She said to me, can't you give me a compliment? I said, you've got very good eyesight, you know. You... I don't suppose it matters. She's not talking to me at the moment. She's not speaking to me because I didn't open her car door. No, I panicked. I opened my door and swam to the surface, you know, but... Well, you've been a wonderful audience, and I'll be honest, I'm getting on my own nerves a bit now, but do keep supporting the Spa and these lovely shows, and don't worry about this recession, because when this one's over, they've got another one lined up, and... So can you imagine this travelling salesman checks in his hotel bedroom, sits down, puts his case down, there's a little visiting card by the phone, and he picks this card up and it reads, Mobile Erotic Thai Masseurs, in brackets, will visit. Ooh, I think, why not? Dials number, I went, hello. He said, I'm at the Grand Hotel, room 106. I want you at 10 o'clock tonight, love. He said, I want you in suspenders and stockings, peekaboo bras. He said, I want handcuffs, whips, KY, jelly, poppers. He said, I want every kinky sex toy you've got. This voice went, press 9 for an outside line. So... You've been a dream. I'll see you all again. Good night and God bless. And thank you so much. Thank you.
premonition, black cats and voodoo dolls. I feel a premonition, that girl's gonna make me fall. She's a new sensation, new kicks and the candlelight.